What's up, peoples? Jonathan from Hierarchy here. This is a demo video for the new Synplant, Synplant 2. It's not really a review since it's freaking awesome. So there's not really any need to review it per se. So I'm gonna start off with a quick intro, just kind of show you what Synplant is, how it works. Then I'm going to show you its new sampler feature, and then I'll cover a few of the other upgraded features, and then we'll make some beats. So Synplant is this cool little circular module, and basically I'll just start a new seed. Let's do a new seed, new random seed. So if I play the random seed on my keyboard, so right now these are the different keys that you're playing. Right now I'm playing D sharp. So if we stretch it out, it'll kind of morph the synth into different sounds, and if you play like on a G, it'll morph into like a completely different group of sounds. So let's just say I like that one. If you double click the seed, it'll plant that seed, and now every note in there is the same as that. So it's just a really cool way to randomly kind of create effects and create different synths. If we do G again, okay, and plant that one. It's kind of getting kind of trappy. And if you use your mod wheel, you can kind of expand it out. And you can hear all different kinds of effects, right? And it's got a few different parameters you can change, like a tonality, tuning, effects. The effects that are on it, you can turn them all the way off or turn them up, volume and release. And so you can also kind of stretch out one, like kind of like this one. So you can also clone this selected branch, and now it'll have that same sound, kind of similar to planting a seed, but you can, the difference is you can move the mod wheel. You can do some more, like, you can do some more modulation with the mod wheel. So that's a cool way to do it. So that is what Synplant is. I mean, the other thing to know is there's this complex DNA chain of effects. I guess I might as well get into upgrades before we get into the sampler and everything. So it used to be with Synplant, when you made a sound, you would have this helix, they call it. You'd have the helix of effects, and you could kind of figure out what they were doing. But now when you click on each section, there's 3 sections, and you can actually see what you're modulating now. So for example, envelope time, I can expand it. And they've got, so this is envelope and LFO. They've got an oscillator section. So now you can just go in and actually see what you're doing. They've got like FM and the mix between the 2 oscillators. And then the mods are like how much it's changing over time. And then we've got the filter and effect section. So this one has no mod right now. We could turn on some filter mod. It's not really doing much. So it's really awesome because now you know what you're doing when you're in the Helix, and you're not just kind of going by ear. You can actually go by eye, which is really nice. One of the other big upgrade that I really like is that they have a layer section, so you can let's just plant a random seed, or plant a random seed. They have a layer section, so we have this like bell sound, right? And if you drag one out that you like, here's like some like feedback, right? So you can press this little button and now it'll layer on top of the sound that you already have. So that's really cool. I haven't figured out how that works in the Helix yet, if you can edit one or two, or if that changes the whole synth patch. Anyway, let's get into the sampler, which is just the coolest thing, and show you how I use it and maybe make some beats. So I'm gonna go into my splice folder and go into bass hits. We're gonna start with some bass hits first. Make sure my headphones. Right, so that's a really cool little wub right there. You just drag it on, and you can set the length of the sample, and then it is no correct tuning. So you press these little buttons and it'll start generating a bunch of sound patches. Okay, there it is. I turned off the preview. It's nice when you're by yourself because you can hear each one as it's getting generated, and then you can decide which one is like the dope one, right? So you can click on the different ones now and get a preview. That's pretty fire. So that's the original. And then this is... I wonder if there's still like a double on there now. Not sure where that little warble sound is. So I'm actually not set on any of these. I like this. It's got a little warble. Maybe we can edit it out. I think it might be. I think it's coming from. Anyway, usually it's easier to just find something that you like right off the bat. That's a pretty cool sound. Doesn't have a lot of bass. Let's do something straightforward like a sine wave or a saw wave. Some of those sounded nasty. Okay, now one thing is I have a tuner on this track because the sample was obviously in G, so now I have to tune it to where I want it. So I'm going to tune it to C. Now I got my new sample. Now it's turning a little red in here, which means that it's redlining in the sample itself. not sure if turning down, I don't think turning down the, well, maybe turning down the volume, I'm not sure if it actually helps. I don't know how to turn it down within the DNA. Maybe that bass is just up too high. So this is kind of like a little EQ section at the bottom of filter. But I like it for now, so I'll save it. We'll save it as the warble. I've been alliterating everything, so we're gonna call it the warpy warble. And we'll make it mono. And I like it with the effects on it. Tonality's not doing much. We don't need much release. We'll resave that. I guess we could do some glide. Okay, so that's bass. I'll show you Plucks is really cool because I'll go into like ethnic hits. I have these kodos, flutes. It's a little flute stab, kind of like that. That'll probably be, let's actually use that for a lead. So some dulcimers, let's see. Yeah, let's use that for now. It's wood blocky things are very easy for this synth. And you can stop it at any time by just clicking on this little cog wheel. It says it's in C1, but I'm not seeing any not seeing, there we go. It's a little flat. We'll tune it just a hair. Pretty amazing, right? I mean, it's just synthesizing these one shots, so you can turn all your favorite one shots into a synth. Now, one thing I've noticed is that as you go higher on the keyboard in the range, it's acting like an old sampler, and it's making it shorter and shorter. I'm not sure if there's a way to change that. Might be, I think it's like RMS or EMS. They have some way of possibly changing that. So it's not the greatest. It'd be nice if it was in a full octave, you know, if the samples if there's an easy way to make them stay the same length. That's my one knock on it at this point. There might be a way to fix it. I just haven't figured it out yet. So now let's use that flute and make a lead. We're gonna use, forget which sample it was. Bah. This one was cool. It had some cool vibrato. What's cool is it takes your sample and it can basically recreate it, but can also do something even cooler. Like that one has some like freaky resonance. All right, so that's like G sharp. So we're gonna tune it up. That's an okay lead. I kind of like it. I will save it. I'll save it for later into like ethnic. So it's an African flute. We'll call it African air. But let's use a horn and get like a really dirty, nasty lead. Nasty. That's really nasty. Horns have a lot of noise in them, a lot of frequencies, so it spits out some pretty weird things sometimes. Which one are we on? There. It's pretty dirty. We'll use that for now. Just turn down the release a bit. All right, and now just something to make some chords. So I will go to some cymatics packs for that. I'll go to the Apex one-shot collection. Go to modern one-shots. Things like this work really well. Kind of short, plucky sound. Let's try that. So that's making some chords. Basically, as creative as you can get, you know, it makes it really easy. Like you can even just use this as a starting place and then go into the synth and then start editing it kind of old school style. But I've been having a lot of success, just finding I've been having a lot of success just finding, you know, taking a sample and then turning it into something. Most of the time it just makes it cool on its own, but I've been going in and really kind of fine tuning it a lot in the sample area. Alright, so now we got a whole bunch of instruments. I'll make a beat in a sec, but first I just want to show you that it can do the same thing with drums. It can recreate drums, which is really cool. So for kind of cool percussion, like let's try this little thing. It's a little makes those really fast. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, little dirty metallic tail. Let's just add some release. Maybe mess with the envelope time. So this loop allows you to kind of do delay effects. And the fade allows you to kind of fade it out over time. All right, let's try like something like a fat snare. Yeah, let's try a tight cashmere snare. So it's making these snares, and what's cool and what I kind of want to do is look at the oscillators and stuff and see what kind of sound design is going on, and then try to reverse engineer and other things like Serum to make snares. So they've got some noise. This one's got a lot of noise coming from this oscillator. That is cool. And then, yeah, kicks are amazing too, like 808. It's really good at making 808, at recreating 808s. So let's open up the EQ a little. Tune it up. We'll put it in mono, some glide. Try legato. And that's just fat. Original. And then the Synplant. Original. Synplant. It's pretty close, pretty amazing. Good job, Sonic Charge. I'm blown away. I've been waiting for this one for a while. So now we'll just make a little crunk beat. I got a little beat made already, and I'll start with some chords, and then we'll just make a beat, and you'll hear a beat with all Synplant 2 sounds hot off the press. Keep it simple. Add some plucks in there. Second half, high frequency was good. Let's get a little cleaner. Let's get a little cleaner sample for our lead. Or maybe we'll just use the flute we just made. All right, there we go. That's not really a lead. It needs to be more sustained. I guess we could edit that. Let's just try a new one in the flute. That one's cool. Ooh. Turn it down an octave or two. Guess I got too much modulation. We don't really want any modulation for this, I guess. There we go. Just turned off the modulation. hope. So that is how easy it is to make sounds in Synplant 2. You can copy all your favorite samples. You can edit them visually. It is super fun. I might as well make one more beat, but I'll just use some different patches that I've already created in the last 3 nights since I've been going ham on this. Let's see, reggaeton riff, sonar sound. Start with some chords. It's kind of lo-fi. Let's see if there's something better. For now, the tropical trip. For some reason, it did an extra bar. Some of my really cool plucks. The plucks are just so cool. We'll do cool kalimba since we're... Lazy lo-fi. Could just use the 808, but let's. I love these sensual stabs. Okay, that's a little much. Let's do an 808. It's got some good noise in there, lo-fi noise. For that one, try one more time. design paradise. Love it. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Much love.